on? Charlie here.
I'm Jean.
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for tuning in to Multicasking. Today we're going to talk about A.D. Law's Whiskey House.
One of my favorites.
Allegedly. The 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey. This is bottled at 47.5 ABV. And because it is straight whiskey, we know that it has to be legally 2 years. If it's a non-age statement, it has to be at least 4 years. This is an age statement. This is 3 years old. And because it's 4-grain, we know that it is corn. We know that it is rye. We know that it is malted barley. And let's see, corn, rye, malted barley. What am I missing? Wheat. My goodness, I apologize. That was a lapse. So we, Gene and I went to the distillery, picked up this bottle and several other bottles back in March. In July. We like to take just spontaneous trips, but that particular trip was a hiking trip for our anniversary.
They're out of Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado, and that was during the Big C event, so we're not allowed entry, but they did set up shop on the threshold of their campus. So we went there, and they brought everything out to us. They had a table there.
I want to say her name was Crystal.
I used to know her name, actually, but shout out to A.D. Laws. And if her name is Crystal, shout out to Crystal. She was so nice to us. We tried this, and we tried a bunch of things. And she's like, hey, you like this stuff? How about some experimentals? We haven't released them on the market yet. So she let us try all their experimentals. Let us buy their experimentals. They weren't even in market yet. So,
well, some of them were, I think.
But not all.
No.
Not all. So shout out to them. And I'll post up some pictures of Gene here at A.D. Laws. Actually,
who doesn't want to see that?
Well, I know I want to see that.
I get cherry licorice.
Cherry licorice. Look at you pulling out the big guns already. Not cherry licorice, cherry vine licorice. It's the vine.
And dark chocolate, cherry covered chocolate. Cordial
is the word you're looking for. Cherry cordial.
How very cordial of you.
Thank you. It's what I do. I get a touch of rye bread.
Yeah, little bit of rye.
There is a ton of chocolate in this, though. It's not dark chocolate. It's not milk chocolate. It's like the 81% cocoa chocolate.
I get dark chocolate. I get the chocolate that you cover the cherry with. The whole experience is in my mouth, but not yet, because it's still only in my nose.
Okay, we'll go with that anatomy class of a review. No, because anything above 70% is considered a dark chocolate. So when I said 81%, technically, I was right.
There's a hint of lemon.
There's a hint of gorgeousness in here is what there's a hint of.
Oh, my husband's in my glass.
Oh, look at you go. Aww. I am in your glass. That's just true. Ladies, stand back, ladies. This guy's taken.
I'm going in.
Have a go in. I want to nose this a little while longer, though. You have a go in. But this is a nice, gorgeous nose. You get the sweetness of the corn. You get the rye bread of the rye. You get the caramel, which I usually get for the wheat.
Oh, that's delightful.
Oh, man.
I get the creamy cherry covered chocolate. Oh, it's just a delight. It's a dessert. It's a dessert treat.
It's a dessert treat. So.
Yeah, it's a dessert treat.
It is very sweet. Pepper's at the forefront. Leave a creamy mouthfeel. Extremely creamy mouthfeel. This might be one of the top 5 creamy mouthfeels I've ever had.
It's a creamy vanilla wave with peppers leading it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a gorgeous mouthfeel. Very velvety.
It's just coating the whole face. I just spit everywhere.
Well,
not just the tongue, it's coating my whole face.
Pavlovian response there, Jean Marie.
Can't help it. My tongue's all salivated.
That's one cool thing about 4 grains is you're going to get a ton of different notes from it. It's got a solid color for Colorado. Actually, it reminds me of a barrel bourbon orange. Colorado 3 years. It's got a nice grape color. The legs for the oils on the glass, it coats down in a sheet of water rather than having the legs.
And I'm getting like a cotton candy on the nose.
So like a spun sugar.
Mm-hmm. Like the blue cotton candy.
Blue cotton candy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm trying to see if I can find that sweet spot with the nose. I'm getting darker, richer chocolates.
And it cranked up my peppers. Oh my. Oh my.
Do you need a minute alone, Gene? Good Lord.
Maybe just me and the bottle of 80 Laws.
Well, looks like I got competition.
You've been replaced.
Don't make me laugh. Okay.
That's a nice night right there.
Okay, I see what you're saying with the peppers. That's strong in the mid palate. And the finish is a dry, peppery butter.
Peppery butter. But I don't know why you're saying dry. I don't get dry.
Not like astringent, just dry like a dry wine. For the finish. This is a gorgeous palate. There are, I haven't said this yet, there are some earthy notes there. So it's a tad, I mean there's earthy notes, so dust.
Just put this bottle next to me.
I actually could do this review for about another 5 minutes just talking about different notes I'm getting. 90, what'd you do, Gene?
I did 91.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. 91 for me, for sure.
90 for me, for this fella. Fans of the show know that we love a dram that smells one way, tastes another way, and then completely changes when you put water in it. This is a 80 Laws. Have we had an 80 Laws we didn't like or love?
No. We've had some that we have loved, and we've had some that we just kind of liked. Not necessarily liked.
Think we need more caramels.
More
and
liked.
stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, they're either here or here.
I will say we bought the collection that we have of 80 Laws, which is a decent collection, 7 months ago, and I think we have half left to even open. We haven't opened them all.
We haven't, but the ones that we have, I've already ordered online replacements for those, and we have emptied several of these.
This is actually the replacement bottle.
Yeah. Anyway, it was $70.
So is it worth it, Gene? I'm gonna stick me right here if you need me.
Just leave it there.
No.
It was $70.
Is it worth it, Gene?
To me, yes, it most definitely is. I am not disappointed. I'm left wanting more. Get some.
You go, girl. You get some. Yeah, it's worth 70. It's worth 70 for the. This tastes palate-wise like it could be an experimental, but it's not. It's their base 4 grain.
Yeah, this isn't even the cast strength.
Yeah, they have a cast strength. We'll probably ought to review that
Probably ought to.
in the next month or two for the show. But yeah, this is it kind of comes off like an experimental with even a touch of Teskey, which is not a word.
Teskey.
Texas influence is what I was trying to say. With Texas bourbon, you're gonna get that sagebrush. This has, I'm guessing it's the wheat, but it has a touch of a sageness to it, or an earthy note to it.
It has a touch of goddess to it.
Of goddess?
Yeah,
Do you mean goodness or did you mean goddess?
goddess.
Okay. I'm going to say it has a large touch of goodness to it with a slight note of goddess. Because whatever the hell that means.
Well, that makes sense.
Do you have anything to add, Gene?
Nope.
That is a value. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Jean, and I hope you're just as thirsty as we are.
And thank you, 80 Laws, for having us.
Yes.